Actually, I read an article today that talked
Mm.
about the calcification being a huge risk factor for Alzheimer's.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I think that is, come across that. Yeah. And of course, COVID and the vaccine generate a lot of amyloid plaque, which is one that always associated with, if it's in the brain with Alzheimer's, you know.
Mm. Well, I began using pine for COVID initially because it was, so traditional in the South for any kind of viruses or any kind of acute illnesses. But then the more I investigated, I realized the doctrine of signatures was right on, that the pineal is shaped a lot like a pine cone, and that's where pineal actually got its name from the Greek was because of
Oh.
its shape, pine cone shape. And so it's like, oh my God, this fits perfectly. How amazing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it just really started turning people around in more ways than one
Yeah.
with COVID. But I'll
Oh.
let, if Chris has some case studies, you want to jump in here, Chris?
So, well, really, it's just for myself.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
number one.
right,
Great.
right.
Right.
Yeah, no, I've been using it continually, and it's helped me dramatically. I mean, so I've had COVID just because of my work. I mean, I've had COVID 5 times, and
Oh.
and the first two, I mean, especially the very first one, I didn't know that I was going to make it. So I've had it
Oh,
Yeah.
particularly bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, and there for a while, it was even numb, like to the touch, even just on my skin.
oh, wow.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. So yeah, so I just kept using it, and I still use it now. I just don't use it as much. Now I just have it in my tea. Like I like to mix it. Like Labrador tea is a really common Ojibwe tea.
Yeah.
And so I like to just mix the pine in with that. It gives it a nice flavor.
Mm.
And yeah, and it just feels nice. But yeah, I mean, using that and then taking it and just putting like one drop, like actually on my forehead too.
oh. Oh.
Or if I'm out, and I can see a white pine, then sometimes I'll take get the inner bark, a little sticky bit, and like leave it on there. But I mean, it was within the first year, I would say that totally went away. And
Mm.
like in my mind, and like even dreams. So like dreams
Yeah.
for me has always been a huge way of being able to
Yeah.
understand this world, you
Yeah.
know.
Right.
And when I had that after that first time, boy, it was just, man, that just shut right down. And, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I could barely even remember a dream for like a
Ah.
year, and then, yeah, then all of a sudden that started to soften up, and then, okay, now, then the dream world started coming back.
Oh,
But
no.
yeah, so that's my case study on myself.
Well,
But I used it on tons of other people too. For they didn't have the issue. It seemed like as bad as I did, but same result though.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
You-
What? I'm sorry.
I first learned about it from Phyllis, and that was in June or July of 2021. And so, or no, 20, because I got COVID in March of 2020, and it was lingering. It actually was not unpleasant. Now this is interesting. I had lucid dreaming. That's In fact, I dreamed of dragons in Upper Michigan who showed me to buy land up there where Chris and I am selling Chris some of that land now. And so I had lucid dreaming, but I did have COVID, just a little bit of a sore throat, on and on and on. And and then I heard from Phyllis. Well, I used Nigella, black seed, and holly were my main remedies for COVID, and they kept me well, but in pretty good shape. But it wasn't resolving, and then I took the white pine. I just nibbled on the needles and the white pine in my yard, being lazy about it. I didn't even really. I might have taken some drops of it, but I have the tincture. But I just was out there. I wasn't very sick, so I'd be out there gardening and I'd eat some of it, and that cleared it up. And in fact, I was like, oh, I don't want to be cured. I like having the lucid dreams better than the and and a lot of people actually have had insomnia. That was another thing Judy talked
Mm,
about since COVID, and that is perhaps due to calcification of the pituitary. Um, I mean, the pineal.
right.
They're intimately connected. In fact, we have a good class, John Bachlan and I, on the pineal and the pituitary in Real Spirit Journey. Is really quite a class. It's really quite